So something has to give with the Chicago Bears, right, guys? I mean, we all watched the game. We all have a mixed bag of opinions. On one hand, Justin Fields threw for 200 plus yards in two consecutive games to start the season. Last year, he only threw for 200 yards twice in 15 games. But on the other hand, Fields looks scared to throw the ball at times. He's missing open guys and he's taking unnecessary sacks. On one hand, Luke Getsy is scheming up plays that guys are getting open at times and Fields is just missing them. But on the other hand, Luke Getsy is calling a million screenplays all the way up to the final play of the game where they ran two consecutive screens and the Buccaneers defense literally said they knew the play was coming. They knew the exact play based on the formation. And coaches refuse to take accountability, and that is not sitting right with me. Head coach Matt Eberflus said he thought it was a good play call. How? How can you sit there and say that that was a good play call when the Buccaneers defense literally said they knew it was coming? Clearly, it was not a great play call. He also alluded to the fact that Justin Fields has the freedom to audible out of plays. But to me, okay, if you're going to give Fields that freedom, you have to coach it into him to change up plays based off of what he sees in the defense. You can't simultaneously say that it was a good play call and that basically saying put trust in offensive coordinator Luke Getsy. That's what Fields does. Fields has said multiple times he trusts the offensive coordinator. So to me, it's a little bit mixed messages if you are saying Fields has the freedom to change plays, but at the same time, you think the plays that are being called are good plays. But getting into Matt Eberflus, so far, like I said, all of his interviews, he's kind of blaming players' execution. And to me, that is just not good leadership. I don't think once he has apologized to fans for losing 12 straight games. The Chicago Bears have lost 12 straight games. First time in NFL history, a team has lost 12 straight games while allowing 25 points or more in every single game. Matt Eberflus was a defensive coordinator and was brought in as a defensive guru, and we have lost 12 games in a row while allowing the opposing team to score 25 or more points. Not once has head coach Matt Eberflus taken accountability for this stat. So to me, that just does not sit right. It doesn't sit well with me. I just, that frustrates me when a coaching staff just blames player execution and doesn't put any accountability on the coaching staff. Now, getting into the Fields issue, I think it's a little bit of a double-bladed sword, and I'll explain why I feel this way, but I will simply say he was overcoached. I think Justin Fields was overcoached, and I'm going to explain why. All offseason, Justin Fields has made it an emphasis of how he's a quarterback, so he wants to be known for throwing the ball more and running less. That is going to be the downfall of Justin Fields if he's going to neglect his legs. And where I take issue with the coaching staff is that they are also enabling this. Nobody has sat down and decided, hey, Justin Fields is a dynamic quarterback. He's a dual threat quarterback. He's made a name for himself in the NFL running the ball. Why don't we continue that trend? Instead, Justin Fields has had 4 designed quarterback runs in 2 games. Instead of scrambling out of the pocket when he doesn't see something, even if something's open, right? Even if he's missing somebody down the field, okay. At least last year, he would scramble and pick up yards with his legs. So far this year, he's literally just standing in the pocket and taking sacks. It's like he's scared to run the ball. It's like he refuses to run the ball. Is he scared to be made fun of? Is he scared to be bullied? Is he scared of trolls or media? I don't know, but for whatever reason, Justin Fields and Luke Getsy together have decided they would be better off if he just doesn't use his legs. That does not make sense to me. He was overcoached in the fact that head coach Matt Eberflus is very stagnant on this HITS philosophy. The H stands for hustle, and the I stands for intensity. The T stands for turnover. So for Justin Fields' sake, it means not turning the ball over, and the S stands for smart. So when you drill this into a quarterback's head, be smart, be smart, be smart. Don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over. Take what the defense gives you. When you drill this stuff into a quarterback's head and you tell him to use his legs less, that creates a scared quarterback. Justin Fields is playing like he's scared to make a mistake because the Bears' philosophy is based off of not making mistakes. To me, it's just not good coaching, and it's very evident in Justin Fields' play. When you look at his rookie year, he was dropping back in 2-3 seconds and letting it rip. Now he's dropping back and he's completely unsure of himself. So to me, that says the Bears and Fields are collectively trying to create a quarterback that Fields is not. For whatever reason, they're trying to turn him into Big Ben. They're trying to turn him into Eli Manning, into Kirk Cousins. They're trying to make Fields a pocket passing quarterback when he has not been a pocket passing quarterback in the NFL. Yes, maybe he was at Ohio State. He didn't need to run at Ohio State. He had 5-star wide receivers everywhere who were wide open every play. He had an offensive line who could block all day long, so he never had to scramble much. A lot of people love to bring up what he did at Ohio State to say that he was never a dual threat quarterback, and that just isn't true. People say he was never a running quarterback. Out of high school, Justin Fields was the #1 dual threat quarterback in the nation. Trevor Lawrence was the #1 pro style quarterback in the nation. Look at that recruiting class of 2018. Fields was listed as a dual threat quarterback, and that's because he ran for 2,000 yards in his 2 seasons as the starting quarterback in high school. He was a running quarterback before he got to college, and in college, Ohio State, he just didn't need to run. So you put him in NFL, and he runs the ball with the bad offensive line. Of course, the line would collapse and he would take off running. Against the 49ers, we all know that famous run play that he had. Go into year 2, the Bears come out, Fields is trying to be a pocket passer, nothing's working. He looks like a deer in headlights against the Texans and the Packers. He looks rattled. The Bears adjust, they build the offense around Justin Fields' legs, and it explodes for 30 points per game in a month stretch against playoff teams. Of course, it kind of fizzled out towards the end of the season when he was getting banged up and players were getting injured, and the team just did not have a lot of talent around him. So I'm not sitting here saying that they should run him into the ground, but to completely take his legs away 100%, it just doesn't make sense. When all of Fields' life, he has been extremely electric whenever he does run the ball. So why would you not have him run the ball? So to me, Fields was overcoached, meaning they coached out the things that made him great instead of adding good coaching on top of the things that already made him great. Instead of adding the passing game on top of his good run game, they took his good run game completely out, and now he sits in the pocket and he has no idea what to do with it. So I think all things can be true. Is Justin Fields looking like he has regressed at times? Yes. Does it look like he's not developing as a passer? Yes. Does he have to get better if he wants to remain an NFL starting quarterback? Absolutely. But at the same time, was Fields coached properly? I'm not sure. Has the coaching staff done Fields justice? I can't say that they have. I think it's a double-bladed sword, and I think it's okay to say that Fields can still get better. This thing isn't over. It's just 2 weeks. Again, there's plenty of time left in the season for this thing to be turned around, but the way the Bears have been coaching and executing so far just isn't it, and if it continues in this trend, guys' jobs will be on the line. Let me hit you guys with a few stats, okay? Last year, Justin Fields' game high of passing attempts was 28. He never passed for more than 28 times last year. This year, Justin Fields threw the ball 37 times in week 1 and 28 times in week 2. He has already thrown the ball way more than he ever threw the ball last year. So, to me, that tells me that the Bears staff is asking Fields to be a completely different quarterback than he was last year. So, I'm not taking blame away from Fields. I'm not saying it's not Fields' fault, but to the crowd who thinks that we should give up on Fields and we need a new quarterback and yada, 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 the staff is asking Fields to do something he's never done before, so they need to be patient. with Fields as he slowly develops, turning into this habit. I think they need to mix in his legs. I think they need to get him on the move. I think they need to adjust the game plan if they want to win some games, if they don't want to end up with the #1 pick again. So I'm not on the train of giving up on Fields. I'm not on the train of finding a new quarterback. But what I will say is, if this staff can't figure it out with Fields, I don't think they deserve a rookie quarterback. I don't think we can sit here and say this staff was great, but Fields sucked. We need a new quarterback for this staff. No, I don't think that's the case. I think it's all or nothing. I think figure it out with Fields this year. Adjust, figure it out. But in the event that they don't figure it out and this season continues in the same trend, I think we have to clean house. If we're going to look for a new quarterback, we need to be looking for new coaches as well. I don't think this staff deserves a rookie quarterback. I mean, you saw the mistake. The Bears drafted Mitch Trubisky under John Fox. They fire John Fox, they bring in Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy doesn't fully develop Trubisky. That wasn't the quarterback that he picked, so they get rid of Trubisky. They bring in Justin Fields, who was supposed to be Matt Nagy's pick at quarterback. Then Matt Nagy fails Justin Fields his rookie year. Matt Nagy gets fired. You bring in Luke Getsy to coach up Justin Fields, and now this isn't working. We're not gonna seesaw back and forth and kick out Justin Fields and then give Luke Getsy another quarterback to potentially ruin. We have to stop this continuous cycle of blaming the coach, blaming the quarterback, blaming the quarterback, blaming the coach. We can't just keep going back and forth. If this doesn't work out this season, everything from the top to the bottom needs to change. So I'm sorry that this video just seems like me ranting. I don't really have much information that you guys don't already know. I can't really tell you guys new information other than just reacting to the things that we're all watching, the things that we're all seeing. And so far it is ugly, and again, I can't stress it enough. There's still time to turn this thing around, but if you're gonna jump ship on one person, we gotta jump ship on everybody. But I'm not jumping ship. I'm staying firm. This is still my Bears. I hope we turn this thing around. I'm still rooting for Fields to get this thing together. And if you do want to end this video off on a good note, Darnell Wright looked pretty good in Sunday's game. He looked a little shaky at times in the beginning, but he got it together and got better as the game went on. And I think he allowed 0 pressures and true dropbacks. So that's great to hear out of the Bears rookie right tackle. But yeah, overall, that's where I am with the team, and we are headed to Kansas City to face the defending Super Bowl champions, Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the league. We'll see how the Bears respond. So go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling. How do you feel about this coaching staff? I mean, this whole Fields situation. Do you guys feel like the staff is failing Fields, or do you feel like Fields is the problem and that we should get a new quarterback? Let me know how you guys are feeling. You guys know how I am feeling. But stay tuned. Feel free to subscribe to stay updated. I'll try to bring you guys some more game previews and any updates that I do get with the team. So until then, catch y'all on the next one.